Niners lose to the Vikings 22-17, and there's just so much to dissect from this Monday night loss.
We'll get to Kirk Cousins because I have major Kirk Cousins thoughts. We'll get to Brock Purdy, the offensive line, the running game. What a valiant effort by CMC playing every single snap. Like, the guy is he's an all-time talent, right? That's all-time. I cannot get over this. Look, there are many reasons why they lost this game. But one of the biggest ones that I'm going to have a hard time swallowing, and Steve Wilks, I'm not firing him. I'm not running him out of town. But my God, one of the biggest blunders I've ever seen. The Niners score right away. It's 10-7. A minute left in the second quarter, all right? He hits Osborne. Oh, then he hits Madison on a little check down. There's 16 seconds left. 16 seconds left.
How many timeouts?
No timeouts.
How many?
No timeouts.
No timeouts.
Okay.
All right.
They're at the 40-yard line, going the other way.
They basically need 60 yards to score a touchdown. They need 25 yards to get in the field goal range with no timeouts, correct?
Situational awareness.
Yep.
If a play takes 4 or 5 seconds, if they complete it inbounds, tick, 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 getting that offensive line, maybe they have a spike, maybe they have one play. At most, that's being aggressive. 16-second left, and Steve Wilks brings 8 guys to the line. I watched it 5 times. 8 guys to the line of scrimmage, and Warner's the only guy that drops. 4 guys into coverage, 4 guys running routes. And Charvarius Ward is left on an island on a deep ball. It's a 50-50 play. Yeah, maybe Charvarius should have made the play. Whatever. What are you doing bringing that many guys to the line of scrimmage? 7 guys are attacking the quarterback with 16 seconds to go.
Six-man blitz. Six-man blitz.
My head almost exploded. Some might say it's a fireable offense. I will not say that. Some might say that. But Bonte, that's one
ridiculous.
Of the worst situational play calls I've seen from a DC in like 25 years of 49er football. I couldn't believe what I saw from Steve Wilks. Couldn't believe it.
That was bad. And the Vikings get a big-time touchdown. They go 16-7 at the half. And look, that was a microcosm of what went wrong yesterday. Charvarius Ward was barbecue chicken yesterday. He got cooked. And then they have Justin Jefferson. All right? Deommodore Lenoir got cooked. And then they have Justin Jefferson. Hell, at times they didn't have T.J. Hawkinson. At times they didn't have Addison. Well, Addison had a career day yesterday for him, the rookie out of USC. 7 catches, 123 yards. Again, Kirk Cousins threw for 378. He was 35 of 45, threw for 378 against this defense. So the defensive line, and I see the call stacked up here. Line them up, 888-957-9570. This defensive line, led by Nick Bosa, this was their game. This is their game on prime time to show that they were elite. Well, they showed for the second straight week that they allowed another team to control the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
I thought in the first half, the Vikings established themselves on the ground. Now, overall, the numbers don't look great for the Vikings on the ground. But in that first half, they averaged 5.3 yards a carry in the run game. That opened up the play-action passing. That opened up passing lanes for Kirk Cousins. That made the Niners defense soft. So in 6 quarters, 4 with Cleveland, the first 2 against Minnesota, the Niners at one point was giving up 5 yards a carry.
Wow.
With Fred Warner, Drake Greenlaw back, Bosa, Hargrave, Armstead, whether it's Gregory, Farrell, Drake Jackson, I don't really care. Kinlaw. The defensive line is not getting it done. It starts with Nick Bosa.
Okay.
Nick Bosa has 3.5 sacks in the last 12 games.
What about Eric Armstead, who's getting paid $20 million? And what about Hargrave? He wasn't good either.
This defense is led by Hargrave's been good this year. Hargrave's been good this year.
I agree.
I watched T.J. Watt make a game-changing play Sunday. I watched Myles Garrett make game-changing plays on Sunday.
Yeah.
I watched Micah Parsons make some game-changing plays against the Chargers last Monday Night Football.
I can't argue.
Where's the game-changing play from Nick Bosa been at?
I can't argue.
It starts with Bosa.
As Drake Greenlaw is throwing his body around with reckless abandon, and Fred Warner is broken finger. I don't know what happened with the hand, and then he got clipped in the thigh. These guys are giving their body. Can somebody on the D-line make a play? And look, you got to give credit here. I thought Kirk Cousins, look, I owe this man an apology. He was masterful. He threw on time with anticipation. He evaded the rush. He was pre-snap audibling. He was in full command. You saw post-snap. He recognized where the blitz was. Here's a blitz beater, changing arm angles. Look, I know that might have been one of his best primetime games of all time.
It was a great job addition.
He was incredible.
Well, he did great in his job interview. And he was auditioning for Kyle Shanahan. If you don't believe it, just wait until after the season.
Kirk Cousins was incredible. You got to give. Look,
Kirk Cousins was incredible.
You got to acknowledge the D-line was non-existent, but Kirk Cousins, even when they blitzed, had every answer.
He stepped in the pocket.
Answer.
He took punishment. He earned a lot of respect yesterday.
He was amazing.
Look, I'm not a big Kirk Cousins fan, but I ain't dumb enough to know that the job edition he put on last night in front of Kyle Shanahan.
You think it was?
Listen, if Brock Purdy still needs to play like the guy who won his first 10 regular season starts, Brock Purdy cannot afford to throw 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter.
Well,
he can't afford to do that. If you don't think he could get Wally pipped, think again. Think again.
I thought Purdy, for 3 quarters, made plays. I thought that the O-line was doing him very little favors. He had a run, a scramble. I don't even know how he didn't get sacked there. Also, Kirk Cousins has a late one, too, where he, ducked down. Right. I don't even know how he evaded a sack. Purdy made plays. He threw multiple sweet dimes. Jennings, one to Kittle. But then on the final 2 drives, it kind of evaporated.
Well, it did evaporate.
I thought Purdy made plays given the lack of playmakers they had out there.
Jimmy Garoppolo was really good through 3 quarters of Super Bowl 54.
I know.
Really good.
I know.
And then the fourth quarter happened.
Making excuses?
No, I'm not saying you are. He was really good. But I know Purdy, and look, he's only getting paid $900,000. $900,000. But he is tasked with helping his team get to the Super Bowl. He is tasked with helping lead this team get to the promised land. And he could do no wrong. And then the last 2 weeks have happened. There's about 5 on-0 throws against the Cleveland Browns. It's okay to admit.
Yeah.
It's okay. I gave Brock Purdy a D for his performance. And it's okay. Brock Purdy's still the best quarterback on this football team.
I don't know.
If through 3 quarters, he was really good. And then the fourth quarter happened. You cannot throw 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter of a football game, of a 1-score game. You had a chance to give this team a lead. All right? They got 22 points, and Kevin O'Connell was doing his best to keep the Vikings from winning. Bonehead decisions, not going for the field goal instead of going for it inside the 5-yard line. Kicking a 50-plus yard field goal with Joseph has been erratic. He missed an extra point early in the game.
He did.
And he gave the Niners a lifeline. You cannot throw 2 picks in the fourth quarter of a 1-score game.
But they had multiple delay of game penalties in this
That's
one.
on Purdy.
And then they had to burn a timeout.
That's
at
on
the start
Purdy.
Of the half on the first drive.
That's on Purdy.
And Shanahan. And I'm like, and you knew that timeout was going to come back to bite him. Did it not?
No, it did.
You knew it was going to come back to bite him.
That's
the last
on Purdy.
interception, I just don't know. I don't know where he was throwing that ball. He's stepping up, I get it. He's trying to make a play.
Right.
He's stepping up. I don't know. And then the Jennings interception with 7 minutes to go.
I don't know if Jennings slipped.
Maybe
he was anticipating Jennings getting to that spot, but it's a throw you cannot miss.
Well,
you cannot miss high.
To start the game.
But you cannot miss high.
Ward, they fumble right away. It was a variety of guys dropping the ball today.
All right, let's calm down. It's not doom and gloom.
No, I know, but I'm frustrated they lost this game.
Well, you should be frustrated because Cincinnati's coming on deck off a bye week. And this is a big game against Cincinnati.
Ugh.
You cannot go into the bye week losing 3 in a row because you come out of the bye week and got to travel to Jacksonville to a hungry Jaguars team that is only going to play 1 game in 23 days. So we need to get right. All right? There's no time to start quitting. There's no time to start saying the Niners are trash. There's no time to say the season is cooked. No. We're not going to panic. They're 5-2. How will they bounce back from adversity? You know what? It's everybody's show. Baldy's doing this at 7:30. The lines are lit. I want to hear from the fans. We gave our opening thoughts. That's a bad loss for the 49ers.
And Moody missed another field goal.
He missed another field goal. Now he bounced back and made the 55-yarder, which was very impressive.
Shocking.
Kudos to Shanahan for infusing some confidence into Jake Moody.
That's a good
Let's see what he's doing. That's fine.
But Bonte, I'm not in the participation trophy moment right now. We're over here trying to measure ourselves with the Eagles and Super
that's a
Bowl
joke.
And we're over here giving ribbons to our kicker because he hit a 55-yarder.
Listen. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. I said that 2 weeks ago. I said that 3 weeks ago. They're the best team today in the NFC. That's okay. That's okay. The Super Bowl's not won in November. It's not won in October. It's not. It's won in January and February.
Bonte, they got cooked by Addison, a rookie, and Powell and Hawkinson.
Oh, I know.
A.J. Brown is sitting there licking his chops.
A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba. What about Jamar Chase and T. Higgins coming to Levi Stadium on Sunday?
Their DBs,
you don't think they're licking their chops?
Their DBs were getting absolutely abused.
Well,
when they weren't holding or doing some sort of like hands to the face, they were getting torched.
Well,
absolutely torched. And Cousins was masterful.
He was
intermediately
masterful.
and deep. He was at one point 8 for 8 on balls 10 yards or more for like 180 yards.
Well,
and on third down, he was like 70% completion.
Well, not third down, I had it.
What's
77. Third down, I had him 9 to 12 for 183 and 8 first downs and 2 touchdowns.
Oh my God.
On third down alone, he threw for 183 yards.
He completed a screen pass on 3rd and 12, and I'm going, what are we doing? Why are we blitzing?
Well, you know what? If this front four can't get pressure, it exposes this already leaky secondary, the cornerback spot. Isaiah Oliver cannot guard the slot.
They were picking on him.
Oh, 26 Isaiah Oliver.
Picking on him.
You need to go get me a corner, John Lynch. Let's go to the lines. You know what?
I know.
Let's go to the lines.
I'm so
SF Bay Drummer Houston, start this party off, baby. You've been on hold since 5 in the morning. SF Bay Drummer, set the tone for today. Set the tone.
Yo, Vontae Shansky, what's going on? Good morning, Kyle Shanahan. I'm on your head. It's not about what you want next offseason. You need to get some offensive linemen that got a second laundry in their thighs and can hold the line. Like, this O-line is almost like a high school team going through the paper at homecoming. They can't hold nothing. And I'm just tired of it, man. And then, oh, my God, man, like, Brock Purdy, I didn't like what I saw from him, man. Like, we tried, a lot of us tried to cape up for him. Oh, he does good and all that. You throwing 2 interceptions. We just got rid of a guy who's in Vegas right now because he did the very exact same thing. And then, you know, like, I'm just sick of it, man. Like, and then, you know, we just gotta address the defense. We need the D-line. They have 32%.
You're fired up, SF Bay Drummer. You can't even get words out right now. You're angry right now.
Yeah, I am. And they can't even pop a pistol with the pressure that they bring in. Like, it's horrible. And we're worried about number one seed? Number 1 seed? Are you kidding me? You kidding me? We should be 2 injured teams. 2 injured teams. We can't even beat them. Like, this is sickening. They got to get it addressed. The trade deadline's coming up. Show us who we are. Thank God we got a serious sports franchise in the Warriors that's starting to play basketball tonight that shows everybody how it's done in the Bay Area. Joe Lacob should go on Market Street and rename it himself because he's going to be throwing so many parades before the Giants and 49ers ever will. So let's go!
SF Bay Drummer, he's angry.